talking about Buck Cherry.
No, it's not Bug Cherry. It's another shite band.
Fuck Cherry.
You know what I'm not.
Fuck Barry. Sorry, Barry. Whoever you are.
I don't like him either.
Isn't it they did Santa Monica? Oh shit!
Type it in.
You're talking about Sheryl Crow, Santa Monica Boulevard.
Theory of a Dead Man.
Oh, you mean Theory of a Nickel Hinder Creed?
Yeah.
Okay. Here's a question: what's worse, dying by 1,000 paper cuts, or having to listen to one Theory of a Dead Man song, or 2 Buck Cherry songs, or 3 Nickelback songs?
Wait, which Nickelback? After the first album?
After the first album. No, you can never have that.
I want the first album.
We all just want to be big rock stars.
What a shit show.
I would just do like the paper cuts and just end it there. No,
I would listen to 3 Days Grace.
No, the new 3 Days Grace is really good with the other singer that they got. I really enjoy them.
Oh, they got rid of
Yes, that garbage. He went on his own. But the new one was from My Darkest Days, which I did not like My Darkest Days, but I really like this singer in the new band.
Like I said earlier, there's a whole genre of music, and I call it Theory of a Nickel Creed Days Grace.
Fucking what's his name? Skillet. Skillet also went to the way of 3 Days Grace. Like they used to be like this Christian pop band, and they had like really disco-y sound and very uplifting and happy. And then they made that fucking monster song. And it sounded, I thought it was 3 Days Grace. I'm like, that's gotta be 3 Days Grace.
When they burp, spit like a monster.
What was that again?
Sound like a monster.
Ooh, that one's got some sass in it.
He's got some sass.
Feels like a monster.
Then I drink a Monster energy drink.
And then you immediately put on Five Finger Death Punch.
Ooh, ew.
That's what there was a meme that said, "Well, tell me what Five Finger Death Punch sounds like," and they had like a can of Monster, and they're like, "It's pretty much that." I was like, "That is so fucking great."
I saw a meme and it had a picture of a toilet and it had all these microphones hooked to it, like in a studio. So it looks like Nickelback's recording their new album.
Oh.
He's laughing all the way to the bank, though.
Dude, he makes so much money,
God.
and he gets so many women. That's just how it goes.
It must be that weird curly hair he's got.
I mean, they're all over the age of 45, but you know.
Hey, you're hot. I have 6 kids at home.
Oh yeah, I've said Nickelback fan on this picture. You can look it up, and you're like, it says the average Nickelback fan is over 45, has 2 kids, drives a minivan.
I'm just gonna pop in this CD.
I like when people go, "What kind of music do you listen to?" And I just go, "Not yours."
It's probably true though. You listen to some obscure things,
but the thing
but it's not bad though.
I like some mainstream stuff. It just happens to be that most
sounds like it's Britney, bitch. I don't care. The song "Toxic" from Britney is wonderful.
There it is, right there.
It's wonderful. I don't even care.
Oh,
what?
You can
What's
look
your point,
just look at the word Nickelback fan, and you'll find it on there.
On the internet? Oh, he's gonna show me. Yeah, that's probably true.
For those out in Dream World.
Is that a tattoo?
No, it's just somebody wrote it.
Oh.
yeah, I think it's Sharpie. But here's the Five Finger Death Punch fan starter pack.
Chin strap, tribal tattoo, sunglasses, a monster
a
tank
lifted
top.
truck, bald hair, and Oakley sunglasses.
Yeah.
You know what? I used to have a lot of respect for Ivan, their lead singer, back when he was with fucking what's their name? Motograder. And then when they came out with their first CD for Five Finger Death Punch, I was like, I'll give it a listen. It was okay. It wasn't terrible.
Motograder lied to us.
I know.
Did you open
I know.
up for Motograder and then they didn't show up?
Yeah.
I don't think that was the same lead singer. I think that's when after Ivan left.
That was not with Ivan.
Sure,
that was like
after
last
Ivan.
year or something. I like some Five Finger Death Punch songs. I think they're great. And then it's like you hear another one. It's like, God, what is this? Isn't even the same band.
Brandon likes to go, have you heard the one about me kissing the guy? Well, it's true.
V Wonder.
He catches a lot of flack for same as Nickelback, the Smash Mouth guy. That guy, he can't play a concert anymore because nobody will let him. Because they won't. Smash Mouth used to be a really good band.
Yeah.
Like the Sugar Ray used to be a
somebody
really
once
good
told
band.
me.
And after they made their debut albums, you can't you can't play their B-sides anymore. Like because all anybody wants to hear is All Star, and then they want to fucking leave. There's a video of Smash Mouth's lead singer getting pissed at a crowd, just like Nickelback did, because they both got fucking booed off stage after they played their hit. They're like, okay, we're done. You can leave now. It's like, you guys don't want to hear the rest of our shit? And they're like, no, just please leave.
That sucks to be painted in such a corner yet cashing those checks.
You kind of fucking did it to yourself, though. When you think about it, like, I'm sure that Smash Mouth probably didn't want to do that, but Nickelback sure as fuck did.
Oh, yeah.
Because after they started off as a cover band from Canada, and then they made the state, and they got really big, like towards the south.
That was such a good song.
And then they got even further down south, and around the same time, a lot of these country rock bands were coming out, like where they had twang with Kerrang, that's what they called it.
Because it rhymes. Yep, understand.
Well, Kerrang's like a metal
and it rhymes
magazine, and twang is from like Shania Twain.
I don't think that's accurate.
It's not that.
I like that it rhymes better.
But they did it to themselves though. I mean, they sung all this, like, fucking Dark Horse is such a shitty album. And I was like, what is this garbage, dude? This is nothing like their first album.
No.
Their first album was super good.
Oh god, it was good. Leader of Men, any day, I'll listen to it. It's
She's
so
old
great.
enough. Like, there's a ton of good tracks in that album. But man, that second C was fucking terrible. And from there on out, they just kind of sucked.
From there on out, though, they made a ton of money.
After the state, it was what, Silver Side Up?
Silver Side Up, and then Dark Horse, and then whatever bullshit they came out with after that.
All the Right Reasons.
Stupid. But before we jump further, we'll just do the intro now because we almost forgot it last time.
We did.
Well, I did. This is the Don't Look Under the Bed podcast for all things comedy and horror. I'm one of your Nickelbackian hosts, Dan Wonder. Next to me is
Natalie Rose with Tenebrae.
Next to her is
I'm your musical host, Vinny Rose.
And next to me again is
I'm your musical host.
I am ashamed to admit I've seen Nickelback in concert, Nicholas Myers.
When did you see them?
Get off the fucking podcast.
Wait, hold on. Were they headlining?
He's like 17, so
Chad Kroger, I love you.
Did you go see him on purpose?
Or did you wake up at a Nickelback concert?
That's a yes to those listening at home.
I refuse to comment.
You bought tickets.
No, I did not buy tickets.
Okay, they were free.
I didn't buy tickets. Yeah.
Somebody bought tickets and you were like, I'm totally going with you.
You're only half a piece of shit now.
Just a half turd.
No, I'm still like a whole piece of shit.
Is he split down vertically or horizontally?
Horizontally.
Oh, okay.
You can't cut a turd vertically.
Why not?
It just smushes.
Well, you can shit in one hand.
I'm sorry. Have you tried that before?
Yeah, I've tried cutting poop.
with your poop factory. What was it?
Aesthetics Poop Factory. I made a star. It's all jumbled.
It smells not good, but it's okay.
Kitty.
There's a bowl of spaghetti that no one wants to eat.
Sorry, Eminem. Here's your test results back. Your palms are sweaty. Your knees are weak, and I think you need your mom.
We found mom's spaghetti.
He's just sitting there staring at the floor.
But you look nervous on the surface.
It's on the surface. He looks calm and ready.
But I know, but it's okay. He can do that. Go back to Nickelback. I want to hear about this. How did you get to the How did you get to this show?
They drove.
My parents.
So they gave you the tickets to it?
No, they went with them.
Did you go to the show with your parents?
Yeah, I was like
He's back to being a whole piece of shit.
freshman or sophomore year of high school.
They invited you to a concert?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Hey, son, it's Friday night.
Every concert I've ever been to, I've always gone either with like friends or just myself.
I'm going to a concert with my roommates.
They're gonna give me a car radio for my car bed so I can talk to other car beds.
Fucking sweet car bed.
It's a fucking sweet car bed.
I should get rims.
You go balls deep in that turtle.
The thumb in your mouth. Hey, can I come over?
That was like a long time ago.
Can I come over and borrow your Laura Croft doll?
Well, how much do clothes cost in the Matrix?
Adios, turd nuggets.
We were working on a basement, doing a remodel, and I like put myself against the wall, and his youngest son, he comes up to me, he said something like, how did he see me? I was all posed on the wall. He was like, oh geez.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going to like that movie when it first came out.
I love it.
And I was like, this is a pretty fucking good movie.
That's a great
It's
movie.
one of my favorite stoner comedies.
You could tell Adam Sandler didn't fucking write it, though, because it's good. Moving on.
God. I was watching Saturday Night Live, the like they call it vintage.
Yeah, vintage.
I'm like, this is from the
fucking
90s.
vintage ones are from the 2009s.
I know.
too.
I was like, this isn't vintage,
This
but it was
is so vintage.
the Gap girls with Chris.
Oh yes.
I'm starving.
Shelly, you should really calm down. I heard you're trying to lose weight. Lay off me, I'm starving.
Diet starts Monday. God, it's so
These fries are
I
good.
love Chris Farley. Rest in peace, good sir.
Rest in
That's like the
pieces.
only celebrity I've ever like cried about. That when he died, I was like, oh, my day's fucked.
You can't find a bad meme about Chris Farley. Did you know that?
There better not be.
I don't think there are.
I will take the internet
There's
down.
memes about every good. I use that in quotation marks, but good figure. But you can't find like a bad meme of him.
There better not be.
Like he was that loved. I think either that or nobody cared. But
I think a lot of people.
No, a
cared.
lot of people care.
Like he would like if you watch like some of those older vintage Saturday Night Lives, when he walks onto the set or he's sitting there, all he has to do is move and the crowd goes insane.
Oh yeah.
And like they're nobody else, they're not laughing at any other shit. They're all about him.
I'm just dandy. I got a bowl of chocolate pudding in my underpants.
We didn't have a chocolate pudding in there, buddy.
Oh.
Who's Chris Farley? He sounds like really old.
My vocal fry.
Is he on like my Instagram?
I have a vocal fry.
All the memes about Chris Farley are just like quotes that he said.
Yeah, you
that are
can't
awesome.
find a bad one.
There, yeah.
You can find a quote. You can find a bad Abraham Lincoln joke on a meme. You can find, and that guy fucking basically abolished slavery. You cannot find one about Chris Farley.
How about Robin Williams?
Yeah, you can find it.
I'm
There's
sure.
one called "Who Wore It Better," and it's a noose, and it's got all the people that killed themselves.
Oh my god.
Chester Bennington and
It's fucking terrible.
Chris
I
Cornell.
saw that one of the ravioli holy cannoli when she's reading the Zagat's magazine.
Ravioli, holy
Like
cannoli! God, give me cancer now. But well, I don't know what else to say about that. So let's move on.
Okay.
We have an email.
We picked an email.
Hey crew, if you
Hi.
were a Walking Dead character, who would you be and why? And if you could kill any Walking Dead character, who would you kill and
Oh my
why?
god, there's so many.
Also, new music recommendations from Joan.
I don't really want to answer.
Are we going back to like
Any
the
season?
start of Walking Dead?
Any season?
Or
Yeah, you can pick any season.
Okay.
All right.
We can do. It's
I'm
our.
going all the way
No,
back to
season 7, episodes 1 through 3. That's it. That's
I'm
the only
going-
ones you get.
Well, I didn't know if they wanted like current, because I'm not up to date with the show.
You can always tell when a guy that comes onto that show though is not going to last because
Yeah.
they don't give him like any screen time.
Or
He's
they
like,
give him like the first few lines. I'm like, oh, he's dead.
he's fucking dead.
I told you not to let him talk, Carl.
You mean to tell me you let him into our camp?
We could work together.
I wish I could do a good Shane. He's all
You
pantomime
just do
though.
his head rub.
Yeah, just head rubs furiously, intensifies.
Okay, Shane, we get it.
Who would I be though? Probably Carol.
I can see that.
Carol.
I'd see you kind of as a Dale.
Dale. Like the old guy?
Mhm.
Nah. I wouldn't be that weak.
No, he wasn't weak
I
at
don't
all.
think he was weak at all.
I think
he
that,
got ate really fucking stupidly
I
though.
could,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I think that I could see you as Dale because you're extremely diplomatic.
That's true. When they tried to kill the guy, I was thinking to myself, I'm like, would I? Well, of course I would have, but I'd either be Carol or Rick, probably. Because Rick was diplomatic too.
Yeah, but he was tough.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
I know
throwing
that.
some,
Right.
throwing some bullets. I get it.
Ouch. Anybody else?
Go next.
Well, I was gonna say, I who would I kill?
Yeah.
Well, other than characters, okay. So I'm wondering if we can. I wonder if we can kill characters that aren't. Are we just killing the good characters, or are we killing the
Kill
bad
whoever you
characters?
want.
But not zombies.
Let me think about that one. Nick, go ahead. I'm gonna think about who I should kill. Mary Bob kill.
No, I'm probably gonna have to go with
Bob.
I liked Bob for
I
like
like-
half a season.
Morgan.
Morgan,
As
and
who
Morgan,
I
and
would
Morgan, and
be.
Morgan, and Morgan.
I don't know.
I like Morgan.
Morgan was like definitely one of my favorite characters.
It ain't the time,
and
Rick. It ain't the time.
I just like the like how kind of like mysterious, quiet he was. Like,
yeah.
At least for a little bit there.
Mm-hmm.
These people too, Rick. I ain't killing them.
I ain't.
Who I would kill?
All life is precious.
You don't have to do this.
I would have killed Abraham.
Well,
What?
we have nothing to worry about there because Abraham would kick your ass.
What? Why?
Did you see that meme where it's
Sorry,
he's
I didn't like-
crying and they're like when you and Glenn died on the same day, but everybody cares about
Yeah,
Glenn.
everyone cares about
He's like looking down.
Nick,
Actually, can I take that back?
Yeah,
Can I take back Abraham?
sure.
I don't know if you can. But
is it
go
because
ahead.
Rosita's hot and you're jealous?
God, she
No.
is gorgeous.
It's because
Very
Rosita's
pretty.
there and he's jealous because he wants
Carl, like early
Carl.
on, Carl.
No, he's a
Little kid,
kid.
Carl?
Yeah, he didn't.
Oh,
He was a tough kid.
Carl was such a little bitch in the early seasons. I'm
Do you
sorry.
hate all that pudding?
I hated Carl.
He had a lot of pudding.
I hated
There's
Carl.
the
for
meme.
The
That's the day
longest
Carl earned my respect.
There's the meme with Daryl crying with the small face. It says, when Carl eats all your pudding. He's like this. Yeah, don't kill Abraham. Abraham was the shit.
So, you'd kill Abraham and you'd be Morgan?
I took Abraham back. I said Carl.
You already killed Abraham.
He'd feel coral.
I like Stephen Ogg, but I would have killed Simon.
Oh
Yeah.
god.
Stephen Ogg was he's like one of my favorite fucking actors ever because he has such a good mounting.
But you know what?
Simon was
You need
Negan's
him.
right hand man.
Oh, I
You
didn't know the
need
same
him.
person.
He's a piece of shit.
But you need him in the apocalypse.
No.
In case you find a movie projector, you can watch it on his giant fucking head.
Oh man, Stephen Ogg, he does have a huge head.
He's
But
got
he's
a
such a
6
good
head.
actor.
What else was he in? Do you know?
He's also in Better Call Saul.
Oh, okay. Does
Does
he play kind of that same character?
No, it's funny because in that one he plays a guy who's he's like protection, like a backup guy, and he's like, "You didn't bring a gun," and Mike's like, "Nope, didn't need one," and he's like, "What do you mean you didn't bring a gun? I have 2 guns on me right now, probably more." He's like, "I don't need a gun." Well, what's in the bag? Pimento and cheese. You got to be fucking kidding me. This guy didn't bring a gun. Did you bring a gun? He's like, "Yes, I brought a gun." He's like, here's a gun right now. Take it away from him. And he gets to take it away from him. Shit. It takes all of his guns off him. And he gets hit in the throat. And that's the last you see of him throughout the whole season. But that moment right there is just Stephen Ogg doing his best.
Huh.
He's also in Grand Theft Auto 5. He plays
Trevor. Yep.
which is like the fucking worst
I've
character in
never
the
played
world.
one.
But I would have killed Simon.
He's in Westworld too.
I like
Very
this one.
smiley man.
Let me just start with who I'd kill.
Sasha.
Easy. Yeah, she's...
Why did you hate Sasha so
her
much?
mannerisms just
Her
annoyed
brother
the
died.
shit out of me.
Oh, okay. Well, that neck is really long too.
I'm in the apocalypse draft.
He said somebody was driving the RV and she comes up to the front and he was like, "Damn, took a minute for her body to get up there."
When she drinks milk, it could expire before it hits her stomach. Yeah, I didn't really find Sasha to be that annoying of a character.
I didn't either.
She takes a bite of something when they're in what's that fucking town they came to on the train tracks?
Terminus.
And she shits it out in Alexandria. she hasn't moved.
Yeah, I didn't really find her to be that annoying of a character.
I think
She does make the same face.
Who would you be?
I don't really want to answer this but I will, I guess, because
Okay.
everyone's going to say the same thing because everybody thinks they're awesome. But I do have some Darylistic characteristics.
You
about
definitely
me.
do.
You trying to tell me you could? I don't think you could.
And also,
It's a chokehold. That's illegal.
I'm like a cross
That's
between.
illegal.
I'd be a cross between 3 people: Daryl, Jerry, and
Jerry.
The king right-hand
Jay-
man.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Mitch is like, that kind of reminds me of Dad all the time.
and Negan.
I
think
I cannot imagine you as anybody.
Oh, yeah.
But maybe Daryl.
I could be a Negan.
I think Jerry because of stature,
Yeah.
but Negan, I don't know if you could do the things that he did.
I'm kind of
Jesus
fucked up.
Christ, what was that?
That was me.
You got heartburn?
I got the heartburn again.
I wish
You
Every
should
day.
probably go get that checked
if there's
out.
someone I wish I could be, though, more like it would be probably Eugene. Is a dude super smart? Like,
Eugene,
And I'm not, yeah.
talking like this.
I'm gonna call this thing a
You're
grim
going at the
Gluck.
broadside of a barn, much less throw one.
I don't know what this thing is here, but I'm gonna call it Grim Gluck.
Toot sweet.
Oh my God, Eugene is who I meant to say instead of Abraham.
You'd
I'm
kill
sorry.
Eugene?
Yeah,
Eugene's
I'd
a
kill
smart cookie.
Then you wouldn't have a
Eugene.
bullet maker.
I always, even when I was like avidly watching the show,
During
I always
season-
got Abraham and
seasons-
Eugene mixed up.
Fiasco.
6 and 7, he was a huge pussy though.
Yeah.
God, he didn't do anything.
But I think they had to take him there to make him who he is now.
Yeah, but like Carol's arc is so much stronger and better. Like she went from losing everything and being this shitty little housewife to being the most badass women out there.
But some people are just tougher.
That's
you know?
true. That's true.
It takes more to push some people. I think I have an appreciation for where Carol came from in the story. I don't like her character.
I like her character.
I
a
beat
lot.
Vance, so it's like beginnings, Carol.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Natalie. It's on
I
you.
would kill Lori. I know, big shock.
Post, pre, or during the pregnancy.
All three.
L3. I would murder her anytime because she wore those fucking capris with those tall boots and it's so ugly.
Natalie cares about fashion
my
and zombie
God.
apocalypse.
Keep that in frame.
I care about. Aw. I care about Tenebrae because he just reached out for me. I don't know. I guess Carol. I don't really know. I like Ezekiel.
Haha, the day is mine.
Yeah, that's me.
So I don't like Ezekiel anymore.
I love. Well, I'm up
Why?
to season 8, so
Nothing.
like season 9.
Natalie,
episode
close your
1.
ears.
What am I gonna do?
I don't think that there's any reason to.
Yeah, we
not
can talk
like
about that
this.
later.
Yeah, I don't understand that.
I do.
Well, I do.
I'll tell you later.
Okay.
I guess Maggie too. I could see me being a Maggie.
Yeah, okay, I can see that. Maggie's she cares for people and stuff.
I don't though, so that maybe isn't me. I'm
You
more
know
of a
who I
Negan.
could
Fuck
see?
it.
I could see Nick being the male version of Tara. Or Tara, or whatever her name is.
Tara.
Wrong show. It's Tara.
Wait a minute,
Who's
Tara.
that?
The lesbian girl?
Yeah.
Thanks.
No, not because of that.
Oh, that Tara.
Hey, you like girls,
okay.
so
I forgot about her.
I like her.
Oh yeah, okay. I remember her.
I like her.
I had to look.
I
her
think
up.
she's funny.
You know what really pissed me off?
When Denise got an arrow in the eye.
Thank you.
Yeah, I like her too.
I was like, she did not deserve that
No.
at all.
That's what made it interesting.
There was a meme though of Carl and
I seen that.
What do you think about the alpha?
I hate her. Like, it's not interesting. It's not funny. They're not smart.
The alpha.
A beta's cool because it's my dude, Ryan Hurst.
Oh, you guys are
Is
talking
that
about
him?
new stuff.
Yeah, that's Ryan Hurst.
God, he's fucking tall.
You guys
He's-
are talking about new stuff. Shut the fuck up.
He's a big, dreamy hunk of man.
Okay.
I didn't know that was him.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry now.
Yeah.
We won't
Let's
talk
not,
about it
because
anymore.
I've only seen like the first episode.
Just in
of season
case he
9.
listens, I'd like to thank
What
him
was
for
the other question?
responding
What
to
kind
my
of
tweet.
music?
Yeah,
Thank you. That was cool.
You keep talking about the show, and I don't want to talk about it. What are you talking about? Go
Nothing.
say it.
What music recommendations do we have? And I've got a couple. I got a few. There's a couple bands I've been listening to. Let me pull up my YouTube here.
Who you said you had one? You don't have one? You just said before we started this that you had one.
I might have.
So somebody's getting on my fucking. Oh wait, no, that's not it. See, I add stuff sometimes to my favorites list, and I'm like, how the fuck did this get on here? And I realized it was just me. There's a band called Era, ERRA. The song's called Eye of God. Need to fucking listen to it right now. I've also been listening to old thrash and some chick bands. One called Starcrawler. She is the most skinny heroin addict looking girl I've ever seen in my life, and her music is actually awesome.
Is she just screaming the whole time?
And there's another one called Mannequin Pussy, who's really good. Very good stuff. And she's like it's like old Janis Joplin, but with a lot of like cigarettes and booze and hate. Like it's very in your face. Good stuff though. So that's some of the
She does look like she's on heroin. Holy fuck.
Starcrawler.
Does she eat?
Starcrawler.
Oh my
Yeah,
god.
she does not eat.
That's Not.
Couldn't hit her with a handful of corn.
What kind of music is this? Starcrawler.
It's like a mix of like it's got some punk roots, a little bit of thrash, like a little bit, and then the rest of it's like 60s, 70s kind of like era stuff. It's very weird, but really good.
She could seriously hula hoop with a Cheerio.
I think her face is really pretty. Yeah, not that picture though. Yeah, like that one. She looks cute in that one.
The one with the pink hair.
But I like weird women though. Like I've Wendy O. Williams from Plasmatics and the chick from Distillers. Like they're all or like the chick from Arch Enemy. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, she's very.
Yeah,
funny.
she's pretty.
Well, not the new one. I don't care about her. I like the old one better.
Fuck you.
Yeah, but yeah, Starcrawler's really good. Check them out.
I'm gonna
very
support
eccentric.
their channel to feed her.
I don't think that she would use that money for food.
Is she on drugs?
I don't know. Probably.
I mean, that's like real skinny. I guess I'm just jealous. Oh well, what are they doing?
You gotta wonder though how you can be in a band with all guys and be like a pretty girl and like not get hit on constantly. Like it's just crazy. Like the chick from
They're
Arch.
like my brothers.
Like I know the chick from Arch Enemy. Like both of the girls, they're both married or they have boyfriends or whatever. But you're just like, how are you in a band and not get constantly hit on?
What's the two girls that are in the band that are also really pretty? They sing Monster Ball.
You talking about In This Moment?
Ugh, no.
She's really pretty, but Jesus Christ, do I hate her music.
Mia Brink.
I liked her first album, and then after that, I'm like, well, you suck. In Beautiful
Butcher
Tragedies
Babies?
are wonderful.
Oh yeah, Butcher
Babies. Yeah, like
chicks
those
are
girls are
fucking
Yeah,
gorgeous.
Butcher Babies are hot.
They're gorgeous.
All
Nick,
right.
who do you got?
Yeah, Nick, who do you listen to lately?
There is a rapper who goes by the name of NF.
Oh yeah, MF.
N.
Oh okay, they said
N as in Nick.
I think they were talking about like MF Doom. I was like,
Yeah.
yeah I've heard of MF Doom.
No.
NF the rapper?
His name is NF.
November Foxtrot.
And this guy, he's got kind of like an Eminem vibe to him.
He
like
does.
he puts out that kind of like raw emotion that Eminem does, but no cussing, nothing. He's completely clean lyrics, and he does stuff like more so geared toward like he like makes music with like
Heart.
meat. Yeah, like heart.
There's
It's not
meat to
your
his
normal
music.
rap where it's like
So,
bitches and drinking,
Kind of
and
like
drugs.
like
it's-
Atmosphere.
Yeah.
I love Atmosphere.
Yeah. So NF is awesome. He just released a new album, I think, back in
So
late
he's not
July.
fucking Macklemore. That's what I care about here.
Does Macklemore
He's
sing the thrift store
Fantastic.
song?
Yeah, thrift
Yes.
shop.
Oh god, that's bad.
But yeah, he's got a song called "The Search" that just came out recently. That is like all about his battle with like mental health and stuff like that.
Did you hear about those people that were stealing from thrift stores?
Oh God.
They were stealing shirts. And they started stealing larges, and then they went to mediums. And last I heard, they were still at large.
What?
You messed that up, sweetheart.
Yeah, you did.
You said it wrong. They started stealing smalls, then they went to mediums, and last you heard they were still at large.
Yeah.
You said larges.
Yeah.
Larges.
You know what?
It
Though?
doesn't matter.
He got
You
me
know what?
today.
It doesn't matter.
You tried.
This one
You
got me
tried.
today. He put a new toilet seat on our main bathroom toilet. I'm like, oh, did you take it for a ride? He's like, no, I didn't have it in me.
that's good.
I was like, oh god, that's good. That's funny.
Vance, who you been listening to lately?
Nobody knew. I mean, I listened to Trivium a lot. The Sin in the Sentence is such a good fucking album. Let's see.
I like their first couple.
Dude,
Shogun I didn't really care for.
I'm such a product of the fucking 90s, man. I can't get away from like.
I think they've regressed in their sound, to be honest.
I can't when I'm not listening to like
Brandon's gonna
new
punch me in
Trivium
the head.
stuff.
Yeah.
I can't get away from old like Alice in Chains and Stone Temple Pilots and
yeah. Keep going.
Silverchair.
Yeah.
Nirvana. I love
Yeah.
Nirvana. I love,
So you like everybody who sings with marbles in their mouth?
Smashing Pumpkins.
I don't think Lane
I love
Staley
Smashing
sings
Pumpkins.
like that all the time.
No,
Not anymore, anyway.
Oh.
know. I love Smashing Pumpkins. Yes.
Yeah,
Bullet with Butterfly Wings might be like one of my favorite songs of all time.
Pearl Jam is good.
Jam and Pearls.
I like. I guess I like the old Bush, like 16 Stone. Offspring. I love that
Offspring's
shit.
good.
They're old stuff though, like Self Esteem.
Pre-Americana is what you're looking at.
I
there.
liked Americana because I like the Kids Aren't
and
All
1
Right.
and 2 and 3 and 4
And
and
I
1
love
and 2.
I love 3 songs from there. I love The Kids Aren't All Right. You're Gonna Go Far, Kid.
Staring at the sun.
And what's the other one?
You're Gonna Go Far, Kid isn't off Americana. It's
I
off
love-
of Hammerhead.
I like
Or
it.
Conspiracy of One of the two.
That's Hammerhead.
I don't know. Like
There's Offspring. They did some stuff that I didn't really care for. I do like their pre-Americana stuff, but
everybody gets me. Like I'll really like one of their albums. Like when Bullet for My Valentine came out, I fucking loved them. And then
their last couple,
last couple
terrible.
albums were complete garbage.
These tears don't fall, they crash around me.
And then they made part 2 of that song. So
Yeah.
stop it. I guess
That's good. There's a lot of shit metalcore out there that I tried.
Skillet was the same way. Like I liked them when they first came out, and now they're garbage. I like I don't know, man. I stick with a lot of my old shit, like Sponge and Bush.
Sponge had 2 albums that were really good.
Yeah.
The first one, I think it was self-titled.
16 candles down the drain.
Come on. Hey, yeah.
I like the one-hit wonder shit too a lot, like Local H.
They have more. Do they have a song called Hands on the Bible? And it's fucking amazing. And it's from they were on the soundtrack to a movie called The Big Nothing. Have you ever seen it?
Yeah.
With David Schwimmer and Simon Pegg. It's really fucking good, and I want everybody to go see that movie. It's very dark. But they that's my fault. Sorry, guys. Okay.
And phones are off, and we're ready to record. 3, 2, 1.
Back with us is Dan Wonder.
So I was just talking about when you poop, sometimes don't let your finger go through the toilet paper, or else you're just gonna get
Where's the fun in that?
Oh.
So what are we talking about today, Allie?
Well, my bands that I was listening to are, thanks for asking,
We didn't care.
the new Star Set. They've been releasing single tracks from their new album that comes out on the 13th.
Single barrel malt liquor.
Why don't they just do it all at once?
Because it comes out on the 13th, so they're just letting us know. It's their demonstrations.
Whatever.
They're amazing. And the Fat Rat.
The Fat Rat?
I love the Fat Rat.
Never heard of them. I'm gonna have to look them up.
It's like a techno type band, house. I don't really know what it is. I like it. But they do like warrior music. I don't know how to describe it.
Like where it's like a lot of
Yeah, he's like a DJ. And then I'm also listening to The Hue, and they're coming in November.
HUE.
HU. They're from
The
Mongolia.
Who. The Who.
The Hue? The Mongolian band?
Mongolian.
Yes. Their new album should be coming out, and then they're doing their tour, and they're coming here to Omaha. So
are they really?
Yes, to the waiting room. So if you want to go with us,
damn,
let us know. We are definitely going.
I want to go.
Yeah, it's in November. So November 26th. So good. So that's me.
Dan wants to go to the waiting room with us.
See, I've been listening to Mongolian music for a long time, and it helped me put me to sleep. And I realized there was actual Mongolian metal, and then I realized there's Indian metal.
Yes, there is.
It's fucking hardcore.
Hard. Yeah,
and you're like, whoa.
But they're usually singing about like positive, uplifting shit.
They're usually talking about where they came from, positive stuff, or food. And you know what's funny? It's always like rap metal. That's the only thing that turns me off. It's like it's a lot of like ooh da da ba da ba da, and I'm just like, come on. I like when they scream, but man, does that fucking shit hit you in the face? It's very energetic. Yeah, like the video for this one band. It's just like a bunch of them slamming their feet on the ground, and I'm like, man, this is hardcore.
Yeah.
Brandon always shows me the greatest rock videos on YouTube.
I got better ones.
No.
Ooh, them's fighting words.
I got better ones. I can fucking find.
Brandon, we'll see you in like a month and a half or so. And
I was thinking about doing what we should do I wish there was a way around the copyright laws, but I want to do a thing where it's me and like 2 or 3 people are watching music videos that that are kind of like not as known, and then we comment on them,
like
kinda
Mystery Science Theater,
kind of like that.
Beavis and Butthead.
Give facts and stuff like that. That'd be kind of fun, but you have to get around that shitty copyright law.
Shitty copyright law.
Well, you just can listen to 14 seconds of each song.
No, I'm not doing that. Either watch it all, you watch nothing. Natalie, what are we talking about today?
We're back on our road trip, and we are driving to Connecticut.
Beep beep. Nick, what's your horn?
How many horns do we have in this RV?
Well, we have one for each.
Oh.
Huh? That's it. Yours is in the back. It's on a string and it totally flushes.
That's my horn.
The Donkey Kong thing.
A little.
Can I talk about Connecticut for just a moment, please?
I didn't think you had anything to say about Connecticut.
I do. They have a town called Mianus.
We've talked about.
Yeah, we've talked about this.
Well, I'd like to talk about it again because it's that funny.
You want to talk about your anus again?
Yes.
Right.
My anus population.
There's so many questions I have about my anus.
Like, where does it go?
Is there a bus route in my anus?
Do people like? Never mind. Never mind.
Is there a Walmart in my anus?
What's the population of your anus? Or my anus?
My anus does not have its own zip code or post office, though.
That's good.
I got a new letter I got to mail out from my anus. I can't get mail in my anus. It's bullshit.
My anus is at an elevation of 23 feet.
7 meters.
Yeah. And it's home to an elementary school.
Oh, no.
That's not
Let's stay
okay.
away from that one,
That's
guys.
not okay.
Stay away.
Let's send the kids to school over at my anus.
I need you to get down on the ground. Behind your
Miss
back.
Hooverberry, this classroom stinks.
I got arrested for prostitution in my anus. God damn it.
It's always prostitutes in my anus coming around and making sure they're clogging up all the streets with all their prostitute talk and everything like that. We just don't have that kind of, we just need these problems rid of my anus.
All right, enough talk about my anus.
All right, let's go to Connecticut.
Well, we're not going to my anus today, but we can drive you there
Damn.
to get you like some burgers in your anus or something fun. You can get a souvenir.
That's in outer space. I want to go to my anus.
I bet you do. We're going to do Aliens first. It's the Newtown Lights, 1987. On May 26, 1987, commercial airline pilot Randy Edding took a nighttime walk near his home in Newton, Connecticut. Was it Newtown or Newton?
Newton.
Newton? Okay.
Like Fig Newtons.
I love Fig Newtons.
Who doesn't?
God
Who
damn.
doesn't?
Honey, you should read like the guy that we heard that was doing those haunted drone videos when he's like, do you remember when I was watching those? He was flying a drone and there's like 10 ghosts that were picked up on drones and he's like, this drone was flying over Iowa.
What? Is that how he talks?
Yes.
Wow. That's enough to put me to sleep.
And it was haunted.
I don't remember that.
Oh
I
my
probably zoned out like in a trance as he talked. He often studied the skies when he walked, trying to identify passing planes. Around 9:45, he observed some orange and red lights approaching from the west. He got his binoculars and he called his neighbors to come outside. Edding said that the UFO had passed over Interstate 84 and cars pulled over to watch. And indeed, between 9:30 and 10:15 p.m., more than 200 people phoned the police to report the UFO. The object displayed was a semicircle pattern of very bright multicolored lights. Several drivers reported that the cars had lost power as the lights passed by. About 15 minutes later, calls started coming in from New Milford, about 14 miles north, alerting the authorities that the lights reported many to be connected to the object, larger than a football field, and they were hovering. The lights eventually vanished, but the mystery still remains.
The memory remains. La da 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 da. That sounds like a dumb story. I don't believe that a football field.
I didn't write it.
Not you, Natalie. You can't take it personal when I'm saying these stories are stupid.
I cry every night when you tell me. Every time we get a recording, like, Joe doesn't like
They're
my stories that I
fucking
didn't write.
a football field that big. I mean, come on, guys.
Hey, if you're gonna come to this planet, you gotta go big, buddy. We're talking football fields and ghost bullets.
Go
Sure.
big or go to my anus.
Sir, I was thinking that we could take the football field ship. I'm thinking stealth. Good thinking. Make sure it's got all those lights and buzzing sounds on it.
I just gotta spin around.
I am not an alien. I am not an alien.
Just passing through.
Did you guys see that? It said it was an alien. I guess I'm going back to bed.
What if he's pulling one of those banners like an airplane pulls?
Yeah.
It says, I'm not an alien.
I am not an alien. ...
But the back gets cut off, so it's not, I'm not an owl. What does that mean?
For the best car rental insurance, please choose Progressive. Okay.
Do they still do those planes?
No,
I guess
I don't think so.
They
It's a
do
waste
them
of fucking
They do
money.
them over the College World Series.
Yeah, like
It
for
seems
like
like a
sporting
waste
events.
of
But
gas.
it's a waste of fucking time too. Who the fuck goes outside anymore and looks up?
Dude, Fortnite is inside.
Yeah, where are we dropping, boys?
Gotta
Where are we
risk-
dropping?
Gotta risk it for the biscuit.
You gotta risk it for the biscuit, boys.
That's what Gavin, our youngest nephew, was playing Fortnite, which he does daily.
Every fucking day.
And
I mean, he is a child. But
yeah, he's
God, I hate
7
kids.
or whatever. And Amanda said it was really quiet, and then all of a sudden he heard him yell, "You gotta risk it for the biscuit!"
It'd be cute
She's
if it
like,
wasn't
"What?"
fucking stupid.
Yeah, he's adorable though, so he gets a pass.
Not from Brandon. Not from Brandon.
No, Brandon, we know.
I'll beat faces if I hear that shit again.
I'm gonna record him saying that we go visit him. I'm gonna play it for Brandon.
Maybe next episode we should give B a call.
Yeah,
it'd be nice.
Yeah, it would. Okay, haunted places. Union Cemetery in Easton, the White Lady, reported to be seen by many people, including Ed and Lorraine Warren. What?
Nothing. Keep going.
What did you say?
Nothing. I didn't do anything.
Oh, do I need to pause?
Nope. No, you don't. No, it's okay. It's fine. What?
Okay.
What are they gonna do? Stop listening? Keep going, Allie.
Man, I didn't hear it. You're going to play that for me later.
Yeah, if you didn't hear it, nobody did.
Captured her on Ed and Lorraine Warren captured on film, but of course they won't show anyone that tape still.
Yeah, because it doesn't exist. Moving on.
We went over this on our You Gotta Be Warning Me episode. She wears a nightgown.
Still a good title. It's just a good title.
That was him. That was this.
I love our
mini.
show.
Yeah. We do have some.
Our titles are the shit.
Thank you. I work really hard on them. I'm like, yep, that fits. She wears a nightgown and matching bonnet, and she has long hair. She is most often appears on Route 59 and Route 111. In 1993, a motorist said he collided with the White Lady, and she left a dent in his car. Could you imagine calling your insurance company?
I hit this White Lady. I'm sorry, sir. Can you slow down? I don't know what happened. I hit this White Lady. She vanished. I'm sorry. I don't understand what you're saying to me. I hit a White Lady with my car. I hit a white bitch.
Do you think she left like a person-sized
You
dent?
broke my fucking mirror, you stupid cunt. She's like hobbling out in the fucking woods.
We don't say that.
Stupid.
Yeah. Wait up, cunts.
Wait up, cunts.
You don't say mirror.
Can't say mirror.
She may be a lady that she may be a lad. She may be a lady that was murdered in 1940s. Other claim she was the mother of the girl that was murdered.
Just getting hit by cars.
Yeah.
You gotta be a dumb fucking ghost to not notice a car coming at you like that.
The deer moves out of the way and yet the ghost is still there. Oh.
You saw a lot of things. The Depression.
Yeah.
Do you think that she like football stands in the car? You want some?
No, it was like Constantine. Like when they first hit the Mexican kid.
Oh yeah.
He just fucking demolishes the car. He just gets up and keeps walking.
Yeah.
But she hobbles out in the woods like
Oh, excuse me, sorry. Did I hit your Prius? My apologies. There's another ghost. Bless you. There's another ghost named Red Eyes. He is said to just appear as a pair of glowing red eyes peering out of the bushes.
Are you Red Eyes?
Why are you assuming that's a he?
Because it says a he.
Don't
Because
assume his gender.
Witnesses also say
Don't
they have
do
seen.
I'm Red Eye if you are.
Witnesses said they've seen the eyes and they have ran from them and they can hear something following them.
Eyes don't have legs.
Red Eyes is a man, and it was the name of Early Kellogg, and who was set on fire in the street back in 1935.
In the morning.
Okay, now I have context. Okay, now it's a man.
Yeah, you just got to let me finish the sentences.
I don't want to.
Okay. Folklore. How do you know it's not folklore? This is called the Black Dog of Hanging Hills. The Hanging Hills run through Hubbard Park, which is an 1,800-acre mountainous area. It looks gorgeous. There's pictures of it. And
it's beautiful.
I would camp there. In the late 1890s, a geologist was visiting the Hanging Hills. He came upon a medium-sized dog. The dog followed him the entire day. When he went to leave, the dog vanished. The locals knew of the dog. The geologist saw the dog again on another trip. The dog did the same thing and followed him around. The geologist had a companion with him this trip, and the companion had seen the dog twice previously. The locals said that seeing the dog for the third time is a death knell. The geologist's companion soon fell off a cliff to his death.
If you see the dog a third time, it's going to hump your leg.
That's the death knell?
Yep. If the dog humps your leg, you're going to die in a fortnight.
In a fortnight. Folklore, Gardner Lake. There was a fully intact house that sits at the bottom of Gardner Lake. It sunk when the people tried to move it across the frozen lake. They took a break, and when they came back, the sun had melted the ice enough for it to break through.
It's our lake rake.
There's a lot of
I didn't understand this one either.
Why would you just leave?
So, upon moving the house, the family was not able to move the piano. It sunk with the house. Fishermen claimed to hear music coming from below the deep.
Ragtime man.
The fish learned how to play piano.
Nice. We have a
It's
fish
a tuna
band.
fish.
Oh my god.
Down, do you love it or hate it?
I'm gonna go with it was okay. I like it. I like it.
You can tune a
you got an
piano,
okay.
but you cannot tune a fish.
You cannot tune a fish.
Unless it's underwater and it's playing the piano that's in the house at the bottom.
Old ragtime.
It's the boogie 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 boy.
But I hear, but like at the top of the water, I hear, yeah, it sounds like shit.
Oh, is that the new DJ Khaled album? Yeah.
Ooh, another
Or is
one.
it Drake?
Another one.
Is Drake the mumbler?
Yeah.
Okay.
They all are.
Is that Drake? The
No,
mumbler?
DJ Khaled yells in your ear. DJ Khaled.
We the best.
We the best. Who we?
Oh, well, he's like positive. You got to get him to that DJ Khaled.
We're
He
the
is one
worst.
Oh, no. Don't you say that about yourself.
Don't you?
Haunted places, Litchfield Inn. Well, fuck.
Sorry. Something
You're
down
the
here
loudest
is-
sneezer in the
I know, I'm
world.
sorry.
That's you.
I apologize.
No,
Something
you're
down
good.
here is
Allergies
messing
or
with my
no, it is
sinuses.
allergy full
I'm the
bloom.
loudest
I
puker
just-
in the world.
I just got over a sinus infection, so.
Yeah, allergies are in full bloom in the Omaha metro area.
I was in bloom. I was in bloom. Sorry.
This is a
happy.
perfect place for weddings and parties. There is a ghost of a Native American woman who haunts this place.
That's not a good place for a wedding or a party, unless you want like a Trail of Tears.
It's
type
really
thing
pretty
happening.
though. Oh God, that's
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
It wasn't what? God, I was just observing. It wasn't a joke.
She's usually in the kitchen or the dining room. There was a ghost of another woman who
It's where she
appears.
needs to be.
Oh my God! I knew you were gonna. I knew somebody was gonna fucking say that. Damn right she is. Serving me
You
food.
done told her twice.
She was in the dining room?
Yeah, kitchen and dining room.
Oh, Natalie's usually in the dining room because I cook her dinner. And that's where we feed.
Oh, way to be a fucking white knight. You get over it.
I cook dinner a lot.
He's a dark-skinned and white knight. That's for sure.
That's for sure.
And not just because I'm greasy.
Yeah, he's got car grease all over him.
Fucking crazy.
He's working on a car right before this. Get that out of my garage. There's a ghost of another woman who appears in the guest room but will disappear when a guest alerts the
Get
staff.
that out of my anus.
Said Vance never. Haunted places, Ragged Hills. Northeastern part of Connecticut, formerly named Barahawk. This place looks really, really cool. It looks like something out of The Village, the movie, or like Blair Witch Project type.
Mhm.
It's really neat looking. People have seen ghosts and also dead animal spirits here. The area is used and it was used in the 1700s for wheat processing. The people began to move away, and then Barahawk, I don't know if it's Hack or Hawk, sits on private property now. There's a cemetery that was left behind after everyone moved on. People claim to hear noises from the past settlement, including sounds of livestock, children playing, singing, and wagon wheels. People claim that they have seen a ghost of a young child and a bearded man.
Darius Rucker song.
Put a little love
Wagon wheel.
in my wagon wheel. Wheels keep on turning.
I don't think he knows the song.
Some.
No. But you have to ask for permission to go to that place. It said something like if you go to the town office or whatever, they can tell you how to get the information for the people that live there. They just don't want people walking on their property because people try to do it all the time.
Can we take pictures here? No, it's 9 a.m. I have to go to work. You leave me alone.
I gotta
You
hit
live with a
I gotta hit the
ghost?
lady that's the white lady on the highway. I gotta collect that insurance money. Folklore, this is melon heads. Humans with giant heads, bulging eyes, and wiry limbs lurk in the woods. They are cannibals that prey upon people that pass in the woods.
All small children fit that description
Yeah,
for
that's
like the
very
first
true.
3 years of their life.
Yeah.
Melon heads.
Yeah, giant heads on
It's
them.
kind of a weird story.
They are supposedly incestuous rednecks from descendants of colonial witches. The Fairfield County.
That's a pretty dramatic. Oh, that's a big difference.
Well, you know
Maybe-
what-
I feel.
Maybe they're incestuous redneck colonial witches.
You know what they say about incestuous rednecks with melon heads? They can't elope.
All right, moving on.
In Fairfield County, they are supposedly offspring from around 20 insane asylum patients that escaped when a fire destroyed the asylum.
They are seated.
I think our audience is just going, where's my mouse at to turn this off? I just need to I can't right now.
I can't
just
even.
right now.
I just can't even.
Dear D-Lub,
I'm feeling
you guys
cute.
owe me a new fucking Galaxy S9 because I smashed it because you guys are so bad.
I can't. Okay.
The seated one was pretty good.
The fire killed the staff and a lot of other patients, but I guess 20 of these people were runned out. Haunted places. This one's really cool. Dudley Town in Cornwall. One of the most haunted places in Connecticut, possibly cursed as well. All the people named Dudley are said to be able to trace their family line. It's their last name.
I know, but it doesn't matter.
Oh, I don't know anybody last name of Dudley. I'll top my nugget.
I know someone with the first name of Dudley.
I'm sorry for him.
I really do.
For her.
You're supposed to be able to trace your family line back to the Saxon named Dud. Dud was a duke of Mercia and died in 700 AD. Dudley Castle was built in England circa 1510 when Edmund Dudley was beheaded for after making plans to overthrow King Henry VIII. It was then that a curse was placed on all the Dudleys, both present and future, that his lineages would be surrounded by untold horrors. Hundreds of years later, after that, the members of the Dudleys settled in Cornwall, Connecticut. They dubbed the area Dudleytown. Since the Dudleys came, several residents have claimed to see demons and have ended up going insane or committed suicide. Hikers and visitors in the area, including Ed and Lorraine Warren, have captured unexplained events. Strange orbs of light have been seen, and the area was also really quiet with no wildlife living around it. Dudleytown is now on a private property as well. So you know if Ed and Lorraine Warren were there, it's real.
Yeah, it's funny they don't have anything.
They have a doll.
Okay.
In a cabinet. Vintage true crime. Amy Duggan's sister, Archer Gilligan. So born October 31st, 1873, she was a proprietor of a nursing home, the Archer Home for the Elderly and Infirm. She was the eighth of 10 children. She attended Milton Middle School and the New Britain Normal School in 1890. She married James Archer in 1897, and they had a daughter, Mary J. Archer, born in 1897 as well. I think I got the dates wrong on that, sorry. They became caretakers in 1901. They took care of John Seymour, the elderly widower. They moved into his home in Newington, Connecticut. He died in 1904. His heirs converted the residence into a boarding house for the elderly, and the Archers remained there, and they took care of the elderly. They didn't pay rent, or they did pay rent to the Seymour family, and they ran the boarding house as Sister Amy's nursing home for the elderly. In 1907, the house was sold by the Seymour family. The Archers moved to Windsor, Connecticut, and they used their savings to buy a house on Prospect Street. You can see the house online as well for those following along at home. They converted the house into the Archer Home for the Elderly and Infirm. James Archer died in 1910 of natural causes. He had Bright's disease, which is also known as kidney disease. Amy Archer took out an insurance policy a few weeks prior to his death. It enabled her to continue to operate the home. In 1913, she married Michael W. Gilligan, a widower with 4 adult sons. He was wealthy and he invested in the Archer home. He was apparently head over heels for this chick. He died 3 months after their wedding on February 20th, 1914. The official death report was acute bilious attack. Is it bilious? I'm not really sure.
Bilious.
Bilious,
Yeah.
okay. Known as severe indigestion. I feel like I'm going to have that one day too.
Maybe it was bilious. It was bile. Yeah.
I'm not sure. I only play a doctor on TV. The official death report was that, and it said it was severe indigestion. At the beginning of the marriage, he and Amy drew up the will, which left her his entire estate. That would later be found a forgery, as it was apparently in Amy's handwriting. Between 1907 and 1910, there were 60 deaths in the Archer home. Relatives of the people that lived in the home became suspicious because a large number of deaths were occurring. So 12 residents died between 1907 and 1910, but then 48 residents died between 1911 and 1916. Frank R. Andrews was a resident there.
That's like a person a month.
Yeah, that's a lot of people. I understand it's an old folks' home, but that does seem like it wasn't that big. It just looks like a normal house, so it's not like it's a huge assisted living facility. Frank R. Andrews was a resident there. He was a healthy man. May 29th, 1914, he was guarding in the Archer house. His health had deteriorated in a day, and then he died at night. It was reported that he died of a gastric ulcer. His siblings came into possession of some of his letters. They found that Amy had been pressing him for money. He gave her a large sum, and he did not die long after that. Or he died not long after that, excuse me. Nellie, his sister, became very suspicious of Amy. She reported to the local district attorney, but he ignored her. She then went to the Hartford Courant. On May 9th, 1916, first of several articles of the murder factory was published, after which police began to investigate. It took almost a year to complete the investigation. The bodies of Gilligan, Andrews, and 3 other people that lived in the house were all exhumed. All 5 had died of poisoning from either arsenic or strychnine. The local merchants testified that Amy had been purchasing large amounts of arsenic to, quote, kill rats. This is also when they discovered that the Gilligan's will was also forged.
Is arsenic the poison that's made out of like apple seeds? Isn't there arsenic?
I can't remember.
Isn't there like low trace levels of arsenic in apple seeds?
It's in cigarettes too, isn't it? They're like the
no,
filters.
I think they took it out.
Did they? Okay.
I think they took it out in the 90s. Smoking's really safe.
Smoking's
really safe.
I wish it was safe. If smoking became safe again, oh my God, I'd be right back on that bandwagon.
It never was safe.
I know. I'm saying like, if it ever becomes like, hey, it's okay, this isn't actually a lead to anything, I'm like, get me a freaking pack of Newports. Let's go. Bring it over.
Newport.
Oh God,
arsenic is a naturally occurring metalloid component of the Earth's crust. Minuscule quantities of arsenic occur in all rock, air, water, and soil.
Is this crust stuffed at all?
Oh my God, I love stuffed crust pizza.
Yes, with mozzarella.
I just made myself a funny. Now, like,
I want some stuffed crust pizza.
We're gonna be going over on time here.
I know. I'm actually just about done with this.
Fucking idiots keep interrupting you. I keep telling them to stop, but
well, we don't really have a time limit. Dan.
We don't. It's okay.
Now we don't.
Ooh. Okay. So.
Sassy.
Police found out that Amy was actually sending her patients to the drugstore to buy quantities of arsenic, and then the police were able to arrest her and convict her. She was tried for 5 counts of murder. Her lawyer managed to get it down to 1. Damn, he must be good. What was that lawyer's name in the beginning that we did?
Oh yeah, that
Henry
Gordon, something like that. He was really good.
Episode 2.
That's a long time ago, Natalie.
I know, Henry.
That's about a year ago.
He got that lady off like so many times. The other poison lady.
I wasn't here for episode 2.
Oh, you were. Yeah, you can still look it up though. It's on your computer. The murder of Frank R. Andrews is the one that she got convicted for. She was found guilty on June 18th, 1917, and was sentenced to death. She appealed and she was granted a new trial in 1919, and she pled insanity. She testified that her mother was addicted to morphine. She was found guilty and was sentenced to life imprisonment. In 1924, she declared temporarily insane and was transferred to the Connecticut Hospital for the Insane in Middletown. She remained there until her death of April 23rd, 1962. She lived a long time.
I'd like to apologize for my ignorance. There is not arsenic in apple seeds. There is, I don't know how to say it, but it's a substance that releases cyanide. So
what's how do you spell it?
Amygdalin.
Amygdalin.
Sure. No.
Whatever. Abdullah Hamblagata.
Here.
Amygdalin.
Can you use it in a sentence, please? Folklore, the Glastonbury Glaucus.
Magdalene.
Goes back to 1939. In Glastonbury wintertime, the Glaucus is a howling beast that terrorized the night. A furry monster the size of a black dog with the face of a cat. I just think that's probably going to be adorable.
Yeah, he's like trying to feed it.
Oh my god, I would snuggle the shit out of that. It slaughtered small dogs, goats, and sheep. Hunters searched the forest and hills with their dogs. The dogs would chase an unseen being into the bushes, and then some claim it was a mountain lion or a Canada lynx. One hunter said he saw the beast. He said it was a beautiful black creature about 3 feet long with a 2-foot long tail. He said it took 2 shots with his gun and missed both times. In July, the hunters killed the big brown wild dog and claimed they ended the Glaucus and believed it's still out there.
Sorry.
Haunted places. Guntown Cemetery in Naugatuck. Dubbed the most haunted cemetery in Connecticut. People say the temperature drops upon entering the cemetery and the feeling of dread takes over them.
Over to Gunton.
People, is it Gun? No, it's Guntown. I don't know. People claim to have heard children's laughter and they've seen a little boy that will run away if you approach him. Daniel doesn't believe that. He thinks he'll stick around. There's also a man that walks on the path with a lantern, and there is light orbs and strange mist as well.
Whatever.
Let's see. Folklore. The Winstead Wildman. First seen in 1895, described as a terrifying wild man, hairy man that's about 6 feet in height. He just sounds like a normal guy. Like he's about 6 feet.
My name's Tom. What the fuck is wrong with you people?
My name is Harry the Hairy Man.
Got peanut butter in my shag carpet.
People didn't see him for a while, and then they claim that to start seeing him again about 80 years later, upon which now described as a man-like creature who stood 8 feet tall and was covered in hair, and then he vanished into the forest. That story reminds me of on Trailer Park Boys when they go find Sam in the woods.
Sam Squanch.
And they find that big poop. And then they find Sam like covered in fecal matter, like laying in the grass. A couple more here and then we'll wrap this up. Folklore. It's a little people village of Middlebury. A roadside attraction. Legend tells that a man once living alone in a stone house began hearing voices. The little people commanded that he build a village and throne, which he was supposedly cursed for those who sat on it. The man was eventually driven mad by the voices, and he killed himself. It's just a cute little stone housing thing. It's not like teeny weeny. I would say it probably goes up to your knee. And the guy in the picture that's on the Wikipedia looks like Jared from your band. Haunted places. Homespun Farm Bed and Breakfast in Griswold. Owned by the same family for over 250 years.
Clark.
Yes, exactly. They left the Homespun Bed and Breakfast because they wanted to go to it still has the original floorboards, stained glass windows, and hand-hewn beams. Hung? Is it H-E-W-N?
I don't know.
Oh,
hand-hewn. Yeah,
hand-hewn.
You said it right.
Thank you. I said a word right for once. A ghost name by the name of Old Simon is the most famous ghost on the property.
I'm Old Greg.
I'm Old Greg.
Old Simon, pleased to meet you. Do as I say, I'm Simon. Simon didn't say.
I sound like Cleveland.
Yeah, he does sound like Cleveland.
No.
Sorry, Allie, keep going.
Oh, you're good. He is believed to be Simon Brewster, the previous owner of the property.
Related to Punky.
Punky. Damn it, you fucking asshole.
I love Punky Brewster. I remember the episode where they're playing hide and seek, and then that girl got stuck in the refrigerator, and she almost died because you don't put yourself in a refrigerator that does not work anymore because you can't get out. And then her dad found her. That's a good episode.
I was making Jell-O while high one time, and it said it'd chill for 5 hours, so I got inside the refrigerator.
God. Did you eat all the things in there?
Yeah.
We have like nothing in our fridge right now.
You have to make room.
Our fridge is like old Mother Hubbard's cupboards. It is bare. Let's say he is friendly and is often seen gardening, tending plants. The owners of the establishment now, they saw a picture of Simon and confirmed it was him. His wife apparently haunts the house as well. All the ghosts are said to be friendly.
Dan, are you having a seizure? No, this can said shake well before using.
Where did that even come from?
This is like literal directions, like chill.
Like Amelia Bedelia, like let's hit the road. And what are you doing? You're hitting the road with a stick. It says to hit the road.
I like it on a.
Seen a sign that said clean restrooms ahead. By the time he got where he was going, he cleaned 17 of them.
Titus told Kimmy Schmidt, "You need to get out here, Amelia Bedelia."
Yeah.
I love Titus. They should have a Titus show. Anyways, last place is a haunted places of Hannah Crana's grave. She was a wicked witch of Monroe County after her husband, captive Joseph Covey, went for a walk off a cliff. She would scare her neighbors into giving her food.
Hold it, Hannah Crana.
Yeah, hold on. This sounds like one of those old like fairy tale like rhymes. It's like old Hannah Crana had a husband named Captain Joe, and he went for a walk off a cliff.
He took a long walk off a short pier.
Why he did it, nobody knows. She would scare her neighbors into giving her food and punish those who refused with bad spells and rewarded her believers with good spells. She told the locals that she would soon die and wanted her casket specifically carried to the foot of the cemetery. The pallbearers went against her wishes and used a wagon. The casket would roll off the wagon again and again, forcing the men to carry it on foot. When they returned to the village, they found Hannah's home had burned down shortly after her body left it. According to legend, each person driving in the area will swerve off the road to avoid hitting a woman crossing the road, and they will crash into Hannah's tombstone.
The white lady.
I know. So do they match?
Get out of the fucking road.
This is my road. My name is Hannah. Get out of here, white lady. Oh, here comes the car. Everybody.
Get down. Yeah, I'm going to buy some cookies. Fun. All right, Dan, I think it's a lot for those interesting stories that are all bullshit.
They were fun and informative, Dan.
I'm going to look up that lawyer's name because I just realized that Nick probably wouldn't have those notes.
Nope. Hey, Vance.
Yeah, Dan.
How can people get a hold of us?
And the best way to get a hold of us is on our website, don'tlookunderthebed.net. Click on the Contact Us. It takes you right to our email. It's don'tlookunderthebedpodcast@gmail.com. You can also reach us at DLUTV on Twitter. We're on Instagram and Facebook. Check us out. All
right. Well, on that note, we want to thank every single... Stop doing that, Nick. That's gross. I want to thank these guys don't care, but I want to thank every single listener out there for supporting us and continuing to let us grow.
I literally just told you before the episode I was going to thank everybody, and then you just do it so I can't.
I want to thank them. No, I want to thank them. Daddy wants to thank them.
I want to spank them.
So this has been Don't Look Under the Bed podcast for all things coming. I'm one of your musical hosts, Dan Wonder. Next to me is
Natalie Rose.
Next to her is
the concerned Vinny Rose.
And next to me again is
Nicholas Myers.
Bye.
Bye.
I had to get a head start on that.